via satellite from South Florida. Top three, Tom Glavine practicing, protecting a 2-1 lead. Scott Rolen on and cracking. Two-run shot to left center off Glavine, who only allowed 13 homers all last year. Phillies up
600 on the young season. Top of the sixth. Here's Rolen at the plate. Dennis Springer is a knuckleball pitcher. It didn't matter. Rolen got it all. 3-1 Phillies. Rolen's third of the year. Bottom of the seventh.
5, just 2 batters later. The Braves perennially in search of relief, and it is not on the way. Scott Rolen takes Cather down and out, his 4th of the season, to tie this game at 6 between innings. Cather upset.
Our dog has been perfect so far. Booyah! Scott Rolen unperfects him. I mean, big booyah. Second deck, 473 feet. Rolen's 5th of the year.
Expos north of the border, top of 8, tied at 5. Scott Rolen untied. With a one swing of the bat, his 6th home run of the year, the Phils overcome a 5-run deficit and win their 2nd in a row.
Came out smoking.
Scott Rolen whoops again. To deep center, his 8th of the year. It's 4-2 Philadelphia. 3 batters later, 2 out, bases empty.
March, and with his bat, blowing stuff up in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch from Pettit, slammed to left for a solo shot. 12th of the year for Rolen. He went 2 for 5, 3-1 Phil.
On Thursday, been scuffling along here, but starting to pick it up. The deep center. What do we have? Well, Rolen all the way around. Here comes Scott Rolen. The Phillies' 3rd inside the park home run this year. They're up 1-0.
What's the most exciting play in baseball, Bill?
I don't know. I forgot.
This somewhere before. It's that inside the park home run. Well, you know, the great thing about Scott Rolen is he plays every game like a linebacker. He thinks every single's a double, every double's a triple. And when he sees this ball hits the wall, he's thinking inside the parker. The Phillies already had 2 this year. Make it 3. He did this one in 15.27 seconds.
Didn't have to run as hard on this one in the bottom of the 7th. 2-run shot, his 17th of the year. Phillies up by the count of 9. Up with the bases loaded. Scott Rolen is rolling inside the park job, and another home run last night. Now a grand slam here. 18th of the year.
Rolen seeking for redemption, and he got it. Parks went off of Bob Wickman to wrap it up. Rolen was 0 for 11 with 5 strikeouts in the series. Not anymore. His 19th home run of the year is of the walk-off variety.
Tied at 3 against Brett Saberhagen. Goes the other way. Deepest part of the ballpark, and it is gone. Barely. 20th of the year for Rolen.
Hit into to the 8th, tied at 2. Scott Rolen, Albie Lopez, 3-2-1 liftoff. Scott's 22nd home run of the season. Figured this one was blowing foul, but instead the Currents inside.
Sunday, and in his first plate appearance Monday. Off of Brian Ricard, 2-run shot, 3rd in 2 days, 2-0 Phils. Next at bat in the top of the 3rd, and Rolen, he got it. So that's 3 home runs in 3 straight plate appearances. He broke up that streak with a measly old double.
Top of the 6th, Scott Rolen. Going opposite way off of Johnson for a solo home run.
Back goes Lee. There he goes.
Unlike Randy, and Randy knows it.
Deep and far, his 7th homer of the season. Phillies up 3-0.
Threw beer at the Sixers game, but Rocket would escape all right, except he'd get dinged up a little bit. Bottom of the 7th, Phillies down 6-3. Bases loaded for Scott Rolen. Notoriously no good with the bases full until he hit that grand slam. Rolen's 10th homer. Cost break.
Scott Rolen. You know him for his defense at 3rd. You also know him for this, the long ball. His 2nd of the game. And the Phillies not only win, but win in dramatic fashion, stopping their 4-game skid.
Nothing. Scott Rolen. His first game since coming off the DL with an ankle sprain. Welcome back. 3-run shot is 13th as the DeShields.
7th home run, Mets lead 4-2. Top 8, Mets lead 5-2. And Scott Rolen walked thrice on Wednesday, and now he gets to pick that up to a trot. 14th home run, Mets lead 5-3. There's Wells, as always, pitching with a red squirrel in his mouth against Scott Rolen. And if you're Wells, this is negative feedback. Rolen cranks his 17th of the year. 1-0 Phillies after he touched all 3 bases in home plate. Bottom 4, 3-0
Later, Scott Rolen gone. Suddenly it's 4-4. Meat wants to get it back in a hurry. Okay, here we go.
Bruce Chen tossed 6 1/3 shutout innings. Top 8, this is Scott Rolen, and that's a home run off Mike Hampton, his 23rd. It's 2-0 Phillies. Only their 2nd lead in 7 games. Hampton would be taken out 1 batter later. And Mike, your thoughts?
Exactly. Serenity now. He's got some rearranging to do in the dugouts. The towel, the glove. Yeah, the water coolers, why not?
It's up 3-0. Scott Rolen up with 2 out. Rolen's 3rd home run of the year. Deep into the night, the Phillies are up 4-1. Bottom of the 4th, Phil Nevin up against him with a man on. Scott Rolen, you can do it. Put your back into it. Off of Ken Bottenfield, a 2-run blast, number 4 for Rolen. Phillies up 4-0.
Britt Reams, top 4, Rolen. Scott Rolen's 2-run shot is 5th of the year. Rolen, Estrada, and Abreu each with 3 RBIs. Reams waxed for 9.
Elevating, but they haven't done much. They didn't do much tonight.
Bottom 7, Rolen, 7th of the year. And Philadelphia breaks out. Final over Baltimore, 15-7. Up is Scott Rolen. Oops. 3-run shot, 3-0 Phillies. Rolen has 8 home runs, the fewest of any cleanup hitter in the major leagues, Larry. Still 3-2 Phillies. Bottom 8, this is Scott Rolen, and that's a home run off Bob File. File this. A 2-run shot is 9th, 5-2.
Otherwise known as Blown Save Central on this day. Top 8, 3-2 Mets. Scott Rolen, a 2-run shot off of John Franco. Blown save for Johnny. 10th home run of Rolen's year. 4-3 Phillies. That's your score. Bottom 8, runner on second.
Degrees on the field. That's a little hot. Jimmy Rollins led off the game with a home run. Later in the 1st, Scott Rolen, home run. So the Phillies up 2-zip in the very
3 when Scott Rolen robbed Sheffield in the 6th, and then takes Mike Trombley deep in the 7th. Rolen's 13th of the year.
Or Scott Rolen up against Terry Adams. Peace. Rolen's 14th home run of the season. 2 for 3 on the night, hitting .545 over a 6-game hitting streak. Dallas Green, love it.
Let's go to the top 8. Phil's down 5-2. Scott Rolen. Bratwurst makes you strong. A 2-run homer the Phils needed in the worst way. 16th for Rolen makes it 5-4.
I wouldn't want to drive against him. There's a drive. Speaking of drives, to left field from Scott Rolen. Terry Robinson jumps. The ball is gone. It hit the top of the wall and went over.
Pumped. 2 batters later run on for Scott Rolen. That's a blast. The force is definitely strong in that one. His 18th of the year. You thought Bo was pumped before. Take a look at the skipper now. That's about as excited as you'll see him.
There, Robert Person gets him. Scott Rolen was watching and hitting off of Greg Maddux. Rolen's 21st of the year, ties the game at 1. Chipper had gone yard earlier. Top 5, Braves down hard way. Bottom 6, game tied at 2, and Rolen off Maddux again. He's only the 5th man to take Maddux deep twice in 1 game. 2nd home run put the Phils up 3-2. And encouraged by Larry Boa, with whom he's feuded, Rolen came out to take a curtain call.
Bottom of the 2nd, coming up. And that is Scott Rolen touching up the knuckler with the knuckleball that did not knuckle. 1-zip Phillies, number 23 for Rolen.
The Marlin, Tim, top of 3.
Scott Rolen, 2 for 15 lifetime off Ryan Dempster. That changed right here with a bullet into the stands. This is what they have.
Rolen. And he just takes that hanging curve by Smoltz over the wall for his 25th of the year. Smoltz said later, it came out like an egg. I can't believe he hit it out.